Okay, digital photography. So when we say digital photography, this is taking photograph with the use of digital cameras, wherein it's slowly taking over the market of photography, especially the conventional photography. So usually digital photography has its greatest advantage because images can be easily transferred to multiple devices and applications. So such as you are going to transfer the images to the computer and you will be able to add images to word processing format, or you can directly email the images. You can put that one in the website, or you can simply edit the images. Either it could you will manipulate or enhance or improve the images. So instead of using film, digital cameras use RAM and CCD. So CCD stands for coupled charge device. This is the one responsible for capturing images. Digital photography has features. Reason why it is slowly taking over the market in photography. First is that it has features and convenience unheard of in a film camera. So one of it is instant color preview. So you can merely see the image, the color redemption of the image. We have computer connectivity, video output, and detachable lenses that still work when detached. Second reason is that digital cameras remove film processing from the equation and save user more than enough money to justify their relatively high cost. So instead of printing it to dark room, you can merely print that one with the use of printer. So digital camera, as we all know, it is a device that's used to capture images that can be enhanced into the computer or even in a software package such as Adobe Photoshop. So accordingly, there are two types of digital cameras. The first one is fixed memory and with removable memory. So the first type of digital camera is the fixed memory cameras, wherein limited in the number of images they can capture before the user is forced either to erase their image or download them to computer. In other words, there is a fixed memory of the camera, wherein before they can take a photo again, they need to download the images to the computer first before they can take another photos. The second one is the removable memory cameras, wherein allows the user to load and replace a variety of storage cards or memory cards. The same fashion as film is exposed and replaced with new film. So removable memory cameras are digital cameras wherein you can remove the memory card and you can replace a new one, or it could be you will transfer the images from the memory card towards the computer and then you will put back the memory card again as you can use it. So there are features of digital cameras. So the first one is that digital cameras allow you to download images directly into a computer without a video captured card. So even if wala kay memory card, you can even directly download the images to the computer just merely using a connecting cable. Second is it has a LCD monitor or liquid crystal device wherein it becomes a digital point and shoot. It becomes an instant viewfinder of the camera, or wherein you can use that one as a medium for the menu, or you can even use the LCD as playback of the picture, or you can use that one as a preview monitor. Another is the zoom lens capability, flash unit. So, well, it is not always required in digital camera. So, usually, some digital cameras have high or an adjustable ISO rating. So, sometimes there are digital cameras that there is no need to have a flash unit because the ISO rating itself has a high level, or it has a adjustable ISO rating wherein it allows the camera to photograph even in a dim area or ngit-ngit nga area. So flash unit, the photographer can bring a flash unit and they will just attach directly into the hot shoe contact of the camera. Another is the zoom lens capability, wherein most likely digital cameras can have a wide angle wide angle lens, can have a normal lens, telephoto lens, and sometimes a close up or macro lens. In other words, digital cameras has a variable lens or zoom lens, wherein it is capable of taking photograph of the desired feature of the image that the photographer wanted. So they can use that one as a wide angle, like a wide angle camera or wide angle lens rather, wherein it produce an image wherein the image will become a certain distance, a normal, and even at a telephoto, or the photographer can even take a photograph a minute object with the use of digital camera. It has a sound recording, especially when the digital camera is being used for taking a video. So that's one thing. You can even record audio clips on digital cameras. And it has a removable lens that can see around the corner. So one of the disadvantages, though it is required or use a tremendous amount of battery power. So ang disadvantage lang ni digital camera, it need to have a battery or you need to recharge it. Okay, so it needs an electricity. So another is computer printer. Is of course in the digital photography you need to have a printer because you will not go to darkroom for you to print, but you only need to have a printer. So producing an images, a hard copy of an images taken by a digital camera, you need to have a computer printers, and there are 4 known computer printers for images, and that is the first one is the dot matrix printer. So that's how it looks like. So dot matrix, instead of completing an image in one single stroke, a dot matrix printer produces an image that is built up by individual dot. So usually there is a color ribbon option for dot matrix. The second one is the laser printer. So laser printer also produce dots. The laser projects a light against a spinning mirror, which flashes light to a rotating drum. The printer toner adheres electrostatically to the charged areas of the drum and then fused to the paper, creating characters. So laser printer, from the word laser, it has also a color laser, wherein if you are going to print a colored one, then it will provide a color print. Next one is the inkjet. So yan, parang normal lang na printer. Usually Epson is an example of an inkjet printer. It is basically a droplet of ink at a page to make the dots that forms the characters. Inkjet printers can print in multiple colors. Okay, that's one thing in inkjet printers, which is widely known as of today's. Another is waxjet printer. So melt wax and then spray it on a paper. Then are high-end printers that produce outstanding color. So that's how it looks like. So it melted a wax and then it will be sprayed throughout the paper. Next is that scanner. So other than printer and digital photography, we use a scanner, which is widely known or widely used as of today for convenience, especially if there are old images or conventional images and you want to have a copies on it, then you can use a scanner for you to have a copy. So one of the purpose of scanner is that you can enhance the images, you can remove defects, and you can even manipulate reality. And last but not least, you can add text and other elements of the scanner. So there is. So that's the thing. It provides a convenient way to get existing conventional images like negatives. So once you have the photo in the computer, you can enhance, you can remove the effects, you can manipulate the reality of the image, and you can add text and other elements. So uses of digital photography in law enforcement. First is AFIS or AFIS. So what is AFIS, or we call that one automated fingerprint identification system? So that's how it works. Actually, it's part of the topic of fingerprint identification, but then it is automated. It uses different images of fingerprint. So those images will be put into database, and that will be used for matching. If there is a latent fingerprint found at the crime scene, and they are going to use this one for them to match the print on the record and those latent print found at the crime scene. So, yun. The next one is this one. Another use of digital photography in law enforcement is crime scene reconstruction. So, crime scene reconstruction is a method use, or a scientific method. It is use of scientific method wherein there is a physical evidence will be used. The physical evidence will be used, or the images will be used in making or in deriving a certain conclusion pertaining on the crime. So it will do deductive and inductive reasoning and their interrelationship to gain explicit knowledge of the series of events that surrounds the commission of the offense. So actual photographs taken in the crime scene can be fed into a computer, and with the use of animation, supposition of possibilities can be done to strengthen points of facts of a crime. So another is computerized composite facial sketching. So this facial sketching, or we call that one faces right now. So that's faces. Okay, so faces are facial automated composite and editing system, or faces, wherein it has a capability of facial composition. So from cartography, instead of cartography, they use this one as a method of deriving or identifying a certain person. So there will be facial composition on it. So composite image created can be matched against other composite on actual photograph of offenders or other photographic database like files of photographs of person applying for NBI or for police clearances. So other than that, faces will do cranial facial reconstruction, facial image enhancement, and it can even update a photograph of missing person and able to retrieve the image and demographic database. So that's for composite facial sketching or faces. So other than that, we also have the IBIS or IBIS, or known to be Integrated Ballistic Identification System. So similar with the concept of fingerprint or AFIS, there will be photographs of bullets or shells recovered at the crime scene. So with the aid of digital imaging or photo micrographs of stations and other minute markings found on the bullet or shells can be stored on the so-called database. So similar with they will do searches, matches, and retrieval of the said database for comparison of different fired bullets or shells found at the crime scene or recovered from the crime scene. So I think that's the images found in the ballistic comparison. So that would be all. Thank you, and